Abuja makwaba adeba the POG political highway so na ye je adwase ya na chese update ni bi na ya ba boano a ye de ba besom ene Ghana man na mehye sɛ ɛyɛ woyɛ ɔfoforɔ na sɛ wabɛka ho a ɛne din no ogu kwan so ama yɛ sɛ wobɛdrop subscription na wahete notification bell no na wahyɛ na wowɔ ha so dada ɛyɛ na asɛ so nko na mede bɛma wo sɛ da ne da woka POG Media ho ɛma yɛbɔ ɛde wura ɛyɛ Ghana daily update a ɛyɛ POG mmerantɛ yɛn so yɛde ba ɛyɛ highway no so na yɛngye mmerɛ pii yɛbɔ ɛde wura yɛn nsɛ nimu a na kyerɛ sɛ yɛbɔ ɛde wura ɛyɛ Galamsey ko a kyerɛ sɛ ɛno nso abɛbɛtɔ hɔ na ɛyɛ within the week yɛn so yɛtumi hu important bi a na kyerɛ sɛ yɛwura ɛyɛ yɛhɔnu IGP yɛhɔnu ɛyɛ ne task force a ɔmo nso wate sɛ ɔmo nso bɛhwɛ na ɔmo nso ako ɛyɛ illegal mining a ɛno nso ɛrekɔ so a kyerɛ sɛ ɛresɛ yɛn nsuwa ne yɛ forest no na yɛhu video bi a na ɛcirculate a na kyerɛ sɛ ɛtutuo bi nso ɛtumi kɔɔ so a kyerɛ sɛ na kyerɛ sɛ youth no nso fight back na mmom ɛyɛ task force yi so ɛso ɛyɛ adeɛ a kyerɛ sɛ ɔmo nso ɛde yɛtutuo warning shots a na ɔmo tumi ɛde free hɔ no na wei na ɛyɛ miracle aboagye nso ɛde ɛyɛ ne take ababɛto dwa ɛfa ɛyɛ saa ɛyɛ ɛko a yɛwura John Dramani Mahama ɛne ɛyɛ n'apamfoɔ so mbɛko ɛde against ɛyɛ Galamsey na ɔkyerɛkyerɛ ne nsɛm sɛ ɛyɛ ɔko pa a kyerɛ sɛ ɛno nso bɛboa ama ɔman Ghana atumi nso afa ne ntoma pɛɛfra no ɔtoa so express ɛyɛ the fear ɛde ma ɛyɛ sam ɛyɛ Galamsey campaigns bi a kyerɛ sɛ ɔmo nso wɔ the NPP political party no ma ɔmo nsa hyehyɛ ɛyɛ saa illegal mining mu a kyerɛ sɛ ɛno nso ɛnya asɛm ketewa ɔmo yɛ sɛ bɛgye brɛ na yɛabɔ ɛyɛ wura nsɛm a ɛyɛ miracle nso ɛde bɛgu highway no so that's it.
Where
you're ticking the box.
The political leaders are ticking the box.
No.
Dennis, what's your understanding when you hear that there's going to be a ruthless fight?
That's a good morning, my seniors. Good morning to Honorable Elusa. I am confused, very honest with you. And I'm sure there are millions of Ghanaians watching us this morning who are very much confused. I am, and I'm sure you are, because I listen to your questions. You seem not to really put a finger on what exactly the NDC are saying and what they are doing, honestly speaking. And my very caution to the NDC government is that for the first time, they have in us, the NPP, an opposition party that has made a firm commitment to not do politics out of Galamsey. They should take advantage of that and let us fix this existential threat once and for all. If they fail at it, posterity will judge them. I have always said, and I said it here with you on several occasions, that one of the challenges we had as NPP in government was the high over-politicization of the Galamsey fight, was the way and manner that the NDC created an impression as if it is the NPP government that is engaged in Galamsey, which ostensibly insulated every other person and gave those people cover for them to continue to pursue this criminality. And so it made it very, very difficult for the government then. I am begging them, and I listen to the PR for the Lands and Natural Resources. He's not helping the country. You sit on TV and you tell the whole country that we've taken over 9 forest reserves, and so you are creating an impression as if Galamsey is no more or is not at a high ascendancy, for which reason there is no agency. You're not being truthful to yourself, and you're not being fair to the country. Samson, if you go to TikTok, and I have it here, there is Galamsey TV. Lawyer, Galamsey TV. They have 4.6 million likes. They have 591,300 followers. They post every day. Their least liked post has 2 million views, 2.8 million views.
Least liked post?
Least. It is in this country. It is on TikTok every day. The last time they posted something was 15th August 2024. This is Galamsey TV. The person who owns the channel has his phone number on the channel. Is here. So why are you doing this? We are under threat. NPP could not fix Galamsey. You campaigned with it. 2 weeks to elections, you and your friends called for a state of emergency, saying that if the NPP refused to declare a state of emergency, the whole labor union, organized labor, should go on strike. There was heat on the government 2 weeks to elections. I personally was being chased by my friends like Kenasibe and Professor Jampo to get Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia to sign an undertaking. I took it to Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia. He signed it. I took the copy and I sent it to Kenasibe and Professor Jampo. Everybody was alarmed. No government, no political party in the history of our country has been under immense pressure than the Akuffo government in the last 2-3 months to the elections. And the crime was that there was Galamsey, and the narrative was that people could demonstrate for 1 week on our roads saying that it is the Julobi house, that the president is the one that is leading the charge against Galamsey. That it is the government functionaries. I kept telling them, you are allowing the criminals to go away if you continue this way. They said, no, it is you people. To the extent that cabinet ministers today went on Twitter and
we just independently confirmed the Twitter page,
the Galamsey page,
TikTok page
yes.
of the Galamsey news.
Yes. And that's just one. That's just one.
You're just about to say something.
The cabinet ministers, including Sam George, my friend Felix Nku, Joyce Mokhtar, Bawa, Mokhtar, and all of that, they were on Twitter. They said that if the president wants to stop Galamsey, he needs only 2 weeks. That there is no serious president in this country that truly wants to solve Galamsey that will not do it. And that is why when I come in the morning and I hear the NDC people say, we are now going to embark on a ruthless campaign, I am confused. So what were we doing all this while? For the past 7 months, what were you doing? Were we not here? When I came to City and I told you that the NDC government has not done a single new thing in the fight against Galamsey. Not new, not one. You can't mention one. Mention one new thing, one new strategy that the NDC government has initiated since coming to office in the fight against Galamsey. Which president or which government embarked on arresting and attacking Galamsey site than Akuffo? He did it with you. If today there are media people flying drones and moving in Galamsey site, it was an Akuffo initiative together with the media. It's not an NDC thing. I have a story here on my Enjoy Online. As at October 2024, my Enjoy Online was still reporting on arrest of Galamseyers. This is the Subi Forest. This is it. Forestry Commission raised Galamsey camp and arrest 4 in Subi Forest. This is it. And the excavators and things being bent. You didn't introduce the arrest.
Don't you admit that the arrest and the siege on the miners, illegal miners, has seen an escalation?
No, it hasn't.
A whole community that existed without our knowledge, has been removed.
There are still communities that exist today.
Speak, you get the police encountering the Bontifo or wherever.
Stop it. There are more camps, more communities that have been bent in this country, even under Mahama #1. What are we doing to ourselves? Why? Why are we allowing the government to come and tell us that because we went to one community and dismantled the community, we have done an extraordinary thing, even under Mahama #1. Do you know when we started burning communities and excavators? Under Mahama #1, 2013, 2016. Have you forgotten?
He supervised some of that.
Exactly. So why are we doing this? It is mediocre. It is mediocre. And then they come and tell us, we've reclaimed 9 forest reserves. The TUC.
Those were the hot spots.
It is not true.
Were the red zones.
It is not true. Go to Osino. In the middle of Osino Township, in the market, they are mining. Drive on the Kumasi Road. You see them by the roadside.
That's true.
Upper Densha East. It's happening. What are we doing? Why are we doing this to ourselves? Listen, you are a government. When you were coming to office, this emergency was there already. It's a crisis. Now, the 2 political parties going into the elections had to give the country what strategies they would use to deal with it. According to the nation, you gave superior options to dealing with the Galamsey menace. These are the things you said. One, you said that it is the president and his government functionaries who are involved. And so when you come, you will make sure that no party person of yours or no government functionary of yours engages in Galamsey. That is the first.
Those orders and directives have been issued by the president.
Orders and directives, those orders and directives were issued.
Now proceed.
They were issued by
what did they say that was superior?
You said that one, you are going to declare a state of emergency. That's what you said. Number two, you said that you are going to ban all forms of small-scale mining for a while. For a while. You said it, for a while. That will give you room to be able to see the situation and sanitize it. Three, you said that you are going to free all the Galamsey boys who were arrested in the pit. You said it. You remember his media engagement. Who were arrested in the Galamsey pit so that you can go
said the
after.
target should be the kingpins.
So you go after the kingpins. So if we're going to highlight the main policy, it will be go after the kingpins. Number three, you say that you are going to ensure that you use AI to aid you in the fight of Galamsey. At least these 6 things, I have them written here. Now, let's come to them one by one.
There was a campaign for the scrapping of the LI 2462.
Of course, the repeal.
And they agreed.
The complete repeal.
Today I've been saying Akuffo quite a bit because I've seen him publicly a lot these days. You know, and the Akuffo administration began the process to repeal it, to remove it, to scrap it.
Yes.
And they couldn't do it. Then you come, you amend it, and you say, that's fine, we should be okay with it.
Now, Samson, I beg you, grant me a little time, let's go on this journey. So these are the reasons why we voted for the NPP, NDC, for Galamsey issues. Now, if you come and you don't do these things, and you are listing things that were in existence before you came, and telling us that these are the things that you have done so far, so we should applaud for you, you are a very disruptive interlude. Because the country was in a certain direction. You came and told
like POG Media, Mr. Obejo Online. As I subscribe to a POG political media, so any day and Obo Kwan so Obejo subscription now I say no for so and so at me account. So no matter the echo over my Ghana political highway. So now and some matches say a miracle and I say a pandit no so Eddie to jar FI illegal mining or Kuma say. Buying so a fat no so I say oh kuna out in some numa na say if you so suggest say a choir you and I say you know and then a task force no a fast service issue no and the best way na be so or margina miracles so say the right way is say Ghana for one for a force be and push your man. There's no way say almost so a day or fidi and excavators are also the edgeman or also the big or Mekoswa sense as an artist and so and yeah, as I'm getting so I said but also 1970.
Push them away, we will come. Then you have come, you are not doing it. Basically listing the same things that you are doing. You are wasting our time. Have they declared the state of emergency? Why haven't they declared the state of emergency? Today, everybody in this country admits that the Galamsey situation has escalated than it was in December 2024. That is truth. The boldness with which the guys are doing Galamsey now, the boldness with which they are doing Galamsey now, it is not comparable to what it was in 2023.
We're seeing them, you know, boldly go into cocoa farms. They are cutting down the cocoa trees. Yes. And they are being firm. Then they are showing it to us, the public.
I have a video on TikTok.
Now I hear that Cocoa Board is considering a legislation that will make the cocoa tree a prohibition for you to cut a cocoa tree.
Would you be there? If I am cutting my cocoa in Osino, are you there? I have my own farm and I'm cutting it. Are you there? What would you do? What would you do? There's a crime. Arson is a crime, right? But if I decide to burn my own house and not come and report to you, what would you do to me? Or I burn it and I think I'm fine. What would you do to me? We need to be serious. Listen, declare the state of emergency, just as you believed it was important. The most absurd thing, the biggest betrayal in all of this Galamsey conversation is when I hear the NDC try to make excuses for not declaring state of emergency. Then it bleeds my heart. That why? Why do you deceive people in this manner? Number two, why do you go and amend the LI when you were explicit in your promise that you will repeal? And then when we ask you, you keep beating about the bush. Number three, you said that Akuffo and his functionaries are the ones pursuing Galamsey. So our understanding is that when we push Akuffo out, Galamsey should cease. Now you have come to office, and guess what? Your party people are the ones doing the Galamsey. They are the ones taking over the mining side. Let me tell you what is happening. If you go to the mining communities, they are doing handing over. The NPP are standing on the left, the NDC are standing on the right, and I say time to hand over. Mustafa Bande was on your channel here telling your presenters that there is a mine that is somewhere in Ashanti region that was being operated by NPP, and it's time for them to take it for the NDC. The national security.
He said it here?
Yes, on this show. The national security had gone to take over.
Not on this show.
No, I mean on this channel.
Really?
Yes. The national security had gone to take over a particular mine. They say it's a small scale mine, whatever.
I've heard Ken Ashigbe and the rest say that party people are doing all of these things, but the one you are attributing to Mr. Fagbande,
yes.
I'll need to check and be sure about that.
Erastus actually reported it, that the national security had gone to take over a mine.
Yes, I heard about that one.
And then when he was called, he said, it was NPP that were operating it. We are bringing our people, and I'm not ashamed of that. Number 3, let me tell you, we have had the NDC functionaries on TV, videoed by media people. Apadancha East chairman was caught strangling a military man and asking him, what are you doing here? Because these military guys have gone to the place to go and stop them from Galamsey. The Ashanti region executives, Western region, the Awin Traditional Council, Awin Traditional Council wrote a petition to the president that the member of parliament for Awin, the NDC member of parliament for Awin, is engaged in Galamsey. This thing is going on across the country. We are under threat. The country admitted that we were in a serious problem. You gave us specific promises. You have come to office. You are not dealing with it. The responsible mining that Honorable Inusa speaks of, that he says that they were going to go and deal with it. And I agree with him. Responsible mining is the way to go because it is very difficult for you to tell the people that you are on the land and we are not entirely going to allow you to do it. But that is not new. They were going to relaunch a program that is already running. And you realize that when you ask Honorable Inusa, he made the point that, who were doing it. It was NPP people, sort of like, but it's a program that was in existence. My point is that the NDC are gradually disappointing this country when it comes to the fight against Galamsey. The manner in which they have taken over the Galamsey site in this country, the way in which they have invaded the forest area and the river front and destroying it by their party people. We beg them. This is not the promise they made to the people of this country. What we need them to do is to quickly backtrack. And when I hear the president say that they are going to go ruthless, I am not expecting anything.
Is the minister saying it for the president?
So the minister,
Foreign Affairs.
I don't know why the Foreign Affairs Minister announcing the president's position on Galamsey, but just maybe he's heard it in a meeting. But the point I am making is that, Mr. President, all you have to do is to refer to your voices, refer to your videos, refer to the promises, and simply implement them.
Okay.
If you implement the promises you made, and we don't even get results, the country would at least admit that you have done what you say.
So, we are waking up today and we are being told that about 5 people are feared dead after, this clash between residents of Mansu Bonteso and the anti-Galamsey, task force. How daring the people can be in a community where reportedly those who sought to attack the armed team were reportedly led by the assembly member, and they were, pelting stones, at the team. Well, they managed to overcome them, and so arrests have been made, and we are told that about 5 people are feared dead in this situation. When you hear that there will be a ruthless fight, what's your level of trust in that, pronouncement?
At this stage, let me say I'm still very skeptical. There are three issues that have to be dealt with and have to be dealt with simultaneously. This, what the community mining, responsible mining, this is all about the benefits of mining in the community. This has been a long-standing contestation. What you have in Niger Delta with oil and all of those things, it's the same issue. People are in their villages, concessions are given, people come and mine, they leave. The town is as it was 100 years ago. And the longer people see this disparity and this unfairness, they are willing to do things that, ordinarily communities will not do in order to make a stake. Illegal mining has offered that pathway, but it is then opened up a whole level of criminality that also has to be tackled with enforcement. Then you have the regulation part, that even if you're doing the responsible mining, how are you going to ensure that you don't actually, increase the externalities that is being created by all these illegalities in the communities? At the moment, the licensing regime that went on created so many mining, you couldn't even tell between what is legal and illegal anymore. I'm sure even when you begin to look at boundaries, it becomes a problem. I think the challenge for me in the intervention with everything that the state does is a policy like that. I want to see a document that tells me this is the objective that we are pursuing. These are the targets. These are the ways in which we can show evidence.
We're being told that the difference between this responsible mining project and the community mining, which was also supposed to be for responsible mining under the previous regime, is that the community mining, you had people in town going to be the ones who were taking over whatever it was, setting up the community for the mining. But now they want the indigenes themselves, to own what they do, like a cooperative.
Sure. And is it the idea that when they own it, they'll be more responsible? Because it's not given. If somebody doesn't regulate it the same way they will regulate Newmont, people will still take advantage, and if they have to use mercury, to get what they want, because people can see the money, and if they are willing to kill themselves, what now that they even don't have the military or whoever behind them, why would they act differently?
The issue has been also that in the community mining program, the community members cannot afford an excavator and all those things to do what they need to do. That's why people who could afford were infiltrating and being the owners. So now they say the community will own it by themselves, the indigenes. And they are creating what they call common user facilities. Yeah. One of the things that Dr. Bawumia was preaching, gave a lot of popularity to. So that's some solution, isn't it?
No, it's because, you see, I've dealt with communities for many, and we are all here. Any kind of resource that comes into any community, there's always big people in there who will have a say as to who control it. If government, you can go and put the rules there and all of that stuff. At the end, natural order would structure what happens there. It's going to be captured by local politicians if you don't have specific intervention to character.
But that's it. So coming home now, your Eddie Bradshaw Media, we say POG Media, the Ebano Ghana authentic, a daily update at POG Media. So, and I also want to bet me a cannibal who the echo and the about a political space. Now, so subscribe here, by so drop subscription. Now, I share now, episode to change command. I saw try audio so bet me so Apple and the rather comment section on that is the ones wait me at the come on POG Media rant. Eba, I am see about my home. A more. But that's it. So, Jibre, Edema POG, message here.